Where did it go? Oh, here they are. Okay, let's try it. Okay. Flushing letters! Okay. Poof. I'm back here. TPX to the overworld. Run into my little library. And then I'll need a link panel. Oops, wrong one. And terrain, probably amplified. No, it's going to be down here because it's not named. Yeah, terrain amplified here. Okay. Amplified. Boom. And away we go. What resolution am I casting in? 1920 by 1080, I think. It's my screen resolution. And it's raining here. Whoosh. And I appear to have spawned inside a cave. Because the terrain's so tall. Sorry. TPX 12 0 200 0. I'm way up in the air. Ooh, that's nice looking. The crystals we just added, or the spikes we just added, plus snow. That looks cool. I still need to reduce their frequency.
But it does make it easier to find.
It does make them easier to find, which is kind of the point for testing. Huh, look at this, there's some really small ones. They're adorable. What I might do is make it so it replaces the base below it. And then fills in these areas with air. Maybe. I might also force it to always be at least one. Okay. In fact, let's try that real quick. Just pop over the code. World Gen Spikes Advanced. +1 to that. Suddenly tree. Yeah, this is what Keybounce was talking about. The biomes don't do what they're not terribly consistent. But that fixed that. There. I also hit this one. Alright, so that's a little better. Yeah, terrain all the way to the clouds. That's what Amplified does. And then down there, I'm probably in extreme hills here, yeah. And then down here is a savanna, which goes way down. That's interesting looking. Alright, cloud. The reason, somebody's pointing out, it's usually more cliffy. Here's some cliffs for you, if you're concerned. This is how Amplified works. I mean, I just looked at it. It's exactly how Amplified works. Just changes one thing. And... oh, that's cool looking. This is a lake down here. Nice. What's going on is it's mostly extreme hills. So most of the world here is extreme hills. So it's going to be largely in the same region of things. There's a savanna up here, actually. It's kind of strange. And then it drops way down there. So, cliffy.
I'm pondering if you should add mountain, you know, sudden mountain as a terrain feature.
I've considered it. The main thing is it would kind of go over multiple chunks, so I'd have to add it as a terrain alteration symbol and not a populator.
Yeah.
So, kind of complex, kind of, I have to work at it. Daylight, please. Let's see here. Daylight. And there's our lake down there with 3 snow spikes. I like those. Those look nice. Alright, so somebody's just joining. Interesting timing. We've added spikes, which you can actually see here, made of snow. And we've added an amplified terrain page, which is a terrain generator, works like amplified standard terrain. Why does multi-chunk imply alteration and not populator? Think mine shafts. You're still thinking incorrectly. Mine shafts are not populators, exactly. They're structure gens, and they still have to pre-calculate and know where they're going to put things. Furthermore, they're room-based. So I'd either have to... one way or another, I have to break it up into parts. Mine shafts are broken up into pieces, and they generate individually as pieces. If I were to do a mountain that way, I'd have to have the pieces built into little pieces. And somebody else in chat actually brings up a very good point. Generating a mountain in that way would be really expensive. Instead, you want to do something like the way caves are done. And I have most of the knowledge on how to do that. I just haven't done that. Haven't felt a need for generating mountains yet. We have snow spikes and obsidian crystals right next to each other here, and clouds. And my clouds are rendering funny. Cliff! That's a nice cliff right there.
Well, they've been doing that for a while, but...
Yeah, it's basically since the 1.7.2 update they've rendered funny.
Probably fixed in a later one, then.
No, they render funny... They don't render funny in the overworld, so it's something I changed. They don't like... Huh, I like this. Yep. He just kind of stuck out and generated inside the cave. What would an amplified cave world look like? I've not done that. Not really sure how I want to try and do that right now. Would be interesting. I'll add it to my things to look at. Symbols, amplified cave world. Okay, so this seems like a resounding success here. Worked pretty well. It wasn't exactly complicated. There's some refactoring I need to do in order to clean it up, but it works fine here. That's a long way down. Cliff. Ooh. Yep. Looks good. I'm happy. Amplified is a world type, like cave world or standard terrain, yes. So it's a terrain generator. Alright, let's let's reduce this significantly. Alright, now I'm going to make a commit. Whoosh. Happy coder makes a happy mod. Generally, yes. Alright, so adds... That's amplified terrain symbol. Keybounce is kind of wondering why, or was suggesting that amplified be a modifier in some way here. You'd have to be a modifier symbol that the terrain could take in order to actually work that way. And then the terrain itself would be responsible for figuring out how to amplify, and I'm not sure how you amplify flat. It becomes flatter. Maybe. So, no, I think I'm going to make them as terrain symbols.
It generates everything in the void.
It's really flat. Yeah, amplified cave worlds. I'm planning on making a symbol to do that. It'll just be its own terrain symbol. Much like amplified terrain, here is just an amplified terrain standard thing. And I just lost my voice. It's allergy season here in Finland. So I'm having some difficulty.
Flat world. Now as Swiss cheese. With added holes.
Alien War Chief is suggesting how to amplify flat. Make it flat all the way down to bedrock. Alright, so here's our commit. And okay, so we've completed the things on my list, and I'm now going to switch over to playing Forgecraft 2. Before we do that, I'm going to take a small break to try and recover my voice. Because, as said, it's allergy season, and yeah, it's apparently having difficulty with this. I want to make a big thank you to Alien Warchief for... Alien Warchief. It's a little hard for me to read the text from here. Alien Warchief, because of the awesome donation. Thank you for being awesome. I'm going to sign off for now, and I'll be back in a little bit, as soon as I have a voice.